everyone, welcome back to my channel. We have a review of the brand new release from Guerlain, and it is another one in their MON GUERLAIN range of perfumes. This one is called Sparkling Bouquet. So I'm going to give you my review, first impressions, and let you know how it differs to the others in the range. If you're new here, then hello, welcome. We are all about perfumes here. So do check out my hundreds and hundreds of other perfume videos. I have so many. And if you're a regular but you haven't subscribed yet, then do hit that subscribe button, show your support, get involved in the comments down below as well. And as always, I'll leave links where you can buy this perfume in the UK, Europe, US down below in the description box. But before we get into the perfume, I want to say a big thank you to today's sponsor, Coco and Eve. I am very excited to be working with them for the first time sponsoring this video. As the weather is changing here in the UK and spring is coming, I am more and more conscious that I am crazy pale. So I wanted to share with you the Coco and Eve Sunny Honey Bronzing Foam that I use to stop me looking horribly pale and ghostly, and also the bronzing face drops that I use in my daily routine. So I wanted to take you through the Coco and Eve bronzing products that I use, and I also have a discount code for you guys. So Coco and Eve, you've probably heard of them. They've won so many different awards. They're an Australian brand inspired by Bali, which is absolutely a place on my wish list that I can't wait to go to. And they are vegan, cruelty free, and their products really do smell amazing. The bronzing products have this fruity, you guys know I love the smell of fruity things, fruity and coconutty vibe in it, and they use like really nice ingredients sourced from Bali in an ethical way, like papaya and the fresh coconuts, and it really comes through in the smell. So what I love is that this doesn't have that horrible fake tan smell of like burnt cookies. You know, it smells like a fruity perfume. It smells so good. It smells like holidays. So I want to show you how I apply this, and it's super easy. I basically just use the mitt, which comes in the bronzing package, and I really like the mitt because it has that thumb hole. Most of them don't. And just use the bronzer, apply it. It develops in about 2 hours and it dries in just a few seconds, so you can put clothes on right after. And it's not like an orangey color, it's a bronzy, you know, more towards the gray tone rather than the orange tone, if that makes sense. So it doesn't look super fake. And it has some really nice ingredients in, like different antioxidants from fig, banana, papaya, coconut oils, and this amazing guava mango coconutty scent, which is just super refreshing. And it also has hydration ingredients in there as well, using raw virgin coconuts and different amino acids which hydrate the skin. So I really like it. I really love the smell. And one thing that's always tricky, especially if you're very pale and the bronzing product that you're using is darker, is getting in the little cracks and crevices like in your hand and in your elbow. And so I really love their bronzing brush, because rather than using the mitt, you can really use that to like buff it into those awkward areas. So this whole bronzing bundle that I have here is actually on sale with 30% off, so it's down to like £39. I'll leave the link down below, guys, to the website. Of course, they ship all around the world, and you can use my discount code SOKI, S-O-K-I in capitals, to get 10% off your order. Let's get ready to start showing our skin in a nice bronzed way in spring and summer coming up, hopefully not too long now. Cool, so let's get into the perfumes. So the new MON GUERLAIN Sparkling Bouquet. I feel like we've had so many different versions of MON GUERLAIN. We have the original Eau de Parfum, we have an intense one, an Eau de Toilette one, there's the floral one, there's one called Bloom of Rose, and that comes in Eau de Parfum and Eau de Toilette, so I lose count, like so many. And now we have this Sparkling Bouquet, and they all look very similar. They have different coloured like bands around the top, but you know, the liquid and everything is all this kind of pinky color, very similar looking range. And you know, the packaging as well looks very similar, easy to get confused, I think. So the original MON GUERLAIN, you might have heard me mention it a few times in other videos. It's a lavender perfume with some warm vanilla in. It has some sort of heavy iris floral notes in. It's a classic floral smell, I'd say. If you like YSL Libre, which also has a lot of lavender in, then you probably like MON GUERLAIN. Personally, I am not a lavender fan in perfumes, so I don't wear it, but I do think it is a nice perfume for someone that does like those more traditional lavender iris floral notes. Now this new version, Sparkling Bouquet, I would essentially describe this as a lighter version of the original. We still have the lavender coming through, but the vanilla is not really coming through at all. It's really pared down, and instead you have a quite sharp citrus note from bergamot and orange. And they've also put peony in here, and the name Sparkling Bouquet, the use of peony, really reminds me of Miss Dior Blooming Bouquet, which is all about peony. It's kind of a bit too similar, I think, some of the branding to that one, but it doesn't smell like Blooming Bouquet. You guys know I love it. Blooming Bouquet is an amazing peony. This one, the peony isn't really coming through for me. I'm still getting lavender as the main like florally note, but I am getting a lot of citrus. It is an eau de parfum, but I have to say that the performance of this on my skin wasn't great. It didn't last very long at all, and I couldn't really smell it on myself. I maybe got a few hours out of it, but I would say this performs more like an eau de toilette than an eau de parfum. Of course, we have Angelina Jolie, still the face of this fragrance. I personally don't think she's the best person for these fragrances. This is pink, like girly, feminine, and Angelina Jolie, I think, is quite, you know, she has so many tattoos and she has a very strong bone structure. Like, she doesn't come across to me as a super girly, pink, feminine type of woman. So I've always found that her as the face of this fragrance really kind of clashes for me. They don't fit, but she's the face of the fragrance again. If I compare this to Bloom of Rose, which came out more the other year, I actually did really like that. The lavender in there really wasn't that strong, and instead you got this really fresh citrus, lemony neroli, pretty delicate rose. That was definitely my favorite, the eau de toilette one of that. I would recommend that as my favorite from the range if you like the kind of perfumes I do, that are perhaps a bit more modern, a little bit more like fresh and fruity. If you want something more classic, then I'd stick with the original. The Intense version is even better for lasting. The Intense one is definitely the best for lasting from the whole range. This one, I'd say you could do a nice layering of this on top of the original, or perhaps, you know, wear the original and this and mix it up for springtime, just to add something a bit softer. But I'd say if you already have the original, or if you have the floral one or the Intense one, this is not really that different enough to justify having both, in my opinion. Perhaps you could just have this for a change, but to me this is not an exciting new release. As you can probably tell, it's along the same lines as ones we've seen in this range already. The name and the use of peony makes me feel like they're copying Miss Dior, which is one of my favorite perfumes. And considering the price point of these is really expensive, this is the 50ml, and I think it cost me maybe 50 or 60 pounds. You know, they're not cheap. So my recommendation would be get the Intense one if you want lots of heavy lavender and the vanilla, or get the Bloom of Rose one if you want a sort of fresh rose. I wouldn't recommend this over some of the others. Cool, so that's it, guys. Let me know if you've managed to try this one yet. What do you think of it? Or if you haven't, do you have a favorite from the range? I know there's so many. Let me know what you think. Do you like the original? Yeah, let me know in the comments. I do read all your comments. But that's it, guys. So thanks so much for watching as always, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.